Hello to those listening. This is the Freeze to Speech. And this one goes out to a Miss Kristi Winters or Mr. Kristi Winters or whatever the proper term is for people's views on themselves. Now, the thing is, I left a comment on one of her videos and I couldn't get my reply to go through. It kept saying it failed. So I decided to do this. I hope she gets to listen to it. Now I put the comment up so when she sees it, she'll understand what it's coming from. Now, the thing is this. In my reply, I was just wanting to tell her that, people can and do influence the government. I use the example of, anti discrimination laws. And I applied that to selective service or the draft. And men are subject to this, but women aren't. And because the anti discrimination law says that a person cannot be legally banned from doing something, that means banning women from the draft or selective services would be against those laws. But the thing about it is, when you look at surveys, the surveys show that even though the majority of men will say, yes, women should be drafted because, equality, the majority of women say no. And seeing as in the US, women are the primary voters, they are the majority. Politicians have and will keep rejecting that until a majority of women say it's okay or men become the primary voters. But the thing is, when it comes to trying to curtail free speech, to try to silence people, it's a really weird subject because for every protest that's for something, there's a group against it. And be that by ignorance, belief, or, devotion to the opposite side, this is just how people seem to function. And the thing is, this influence over the government is really designed by politicians themselves because it helps keep their jobs. See, if you can get people to focus on minor issues, like, let's say, the abortion issue. Now, some may say this isn't minor, but in the grand scheme of things, over all the things the government are supposed to be doing, this is a minor issue that should not slow down governmental processes, but this can grind it to a halt. And as I said, this is for the benefit of the politicians. Because as long as you can get the people to focus on these smaller things and ignore the big things the government is supposed to be doing, and then you take that rage at the government not functioning because everybody's focused on these small aspects of what government should or shouldn't be doing, you point that at the opposition, the other citizens, and you have job security. Because it's not your fault things can get done, it's their fault because they are against the thing that we are for. Hate them. And this is the how people have used their influence of government or influence of any system of power they have access to silence their enemies. And I'm using the word enemies instead of opponents or opposition for the reason of this is how people are being taught. You see, your opponent or opposition can't be have a different opinion of you of how they think the world should function and what government's role should be. They're the enemies. They're trying to destroy you. They're trying to destroy your country. These are the views that modern politics brings out. But these things start earlier in life, be it by religion that says you're right and everyone else was wrong, or be it by educational purposes where where you believe that you are more intelligent than other people, or being in the realm of financial that because you have more resource than others, their opinions are lesser than yours, or be it by skin color, culture, whatever, whatever you have or don't have that makes you believe you are superior to others. These aspects of our personalities, if you choose to accept them and, well, use them, are taught early in our lifetime. We grow up in this. And Miss Winters, this is what I was telling you that I didn't understand what you were saying because for that reason. This is why, if anybody saw the original part of my comment, that these things, no matter what you want to use it for, already exist. People will have always and will continue to use whatever systems of power to oppress the others because they believe they're right and the other people are evil. And that's all I have to say about that, Miss Winters. I hope I made myself a little more clear and you can understand me better. And to anyone else who happens to be hearing this, thanks for listening.